And good Friday night to you there. It is September 30th, 2016. I am Eastern weather meteorologist Mike Griffith here, and we're going to talk about Matthew and the potential implications and track that he will have for anywhere along the east coast of the United States. Right now, a Category 4 hurricane. Over the next 12 hours is forecast to become a Category 5, which is actually a really kind of rare thing, and this is just going to be unprecedented here. Watch out in the news for Jamaica and also parts of eastern Cuba and even the Bahamas getting hit. This whole area in here with 100-mile-an-hour plus winds, and could be 150-mile-an-hour winds as it goes over eastern Jamaica in Kingston. So right now the forecast track is going to be Matthew continuing to the west, kind of like this, and then it's going to make a northward turn up over Jamaica, and then up over Cuba, and then up over the Bahamas, kind of like this. Now, the mountains of Jamaica and Cuba could actually weaken this storm as it moves into this area of the just off the southeast coast. But then the question mark is where does this storm go after it just kind of sits around this general vicinity for maybe a day or two? And that's kind of the question that we want to answer here. Let's take a look at some of the analogs here as far as previous storms. And we're looking at Hazel right now. This is an analog that could be a potential track that Matthew takes. It looks like he could actually follow the path of Hazel, and this was 1969 and September 21st. So it was actually right around this time of year when this storm was affecting the southeastern part of the United States. And this would just be a big problem here for Wilmington, North Carolina, maybe up through Myrtle Beach. I mean, the Carolinas would get slammed by this. And according to this analog right here, when Hazel hit in 1969, it was a Cat 4 hurricane. So that is pretty significant and pretty devastating. And this hurricane made its way all the way up into eastern Virginia, central Pennsylvania, and didn't die out until it went way up into the Hudson Bay, Canada, and it eventually weakened as a tropical storm. But that was just unprecedented. Let's hope it takes the track of either Flora or Omar, but these are not very good analogs here based upon the data and information right down here. It's just color-coded as analog. I want to show you something else, though, that's not listed on the analogs, and I think that this could be a possible path for this storm. And this is what I wanted to look for right here and found it. And this is actually a major hurricane from August of 1991. And it actually took a track offshore, almost grazed the Outer Banks of North Carolina, might have had some impacts here back in 1991, and then kind of veered off to the northeast a little bit, but then hit Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts, just southwest of Boston there, and then kind of moved up into Maine and then Atlantic Canada. And this storm made it all the way to the coast of Spain as a tropical depression in 1991 here. So this was just an amazing, unprecedented storm also. But right now, Matthew is down in here getting ready to make its turn this way. So if it holds on to a course similar to Bob, then we can expect this storm, and this is what I think is going to happen at this point, is going to pretty much stay away from the Carolinas and make a beeline for Buzzards Bay or even Cape Cod and Nova Scotia. So what I saw in the ensembles and what I kind of think is going to happen is it's going to initially kind of follow the path of Bob here, if you just bear with my line, similar to Bob. And then it kind of veers away a little bit to the east and clips Cape Cod and then moves into Atlantic Canada, and it kind of goes like this, okay? And then eventually curves over like that. So, I mean, when the Hurricane Bob hit Buzzards Bay in 1991, he was orange up here, which is 96 to 110 miles per hour winds. and took on some extra tropical characteristics. And I think that that's a good possibility. For some reason, that's just going to happen with this storm as well. I think it might actually weaken as it gets into a little bit colder waters as it moves off the eastern United States as we head into next week, the 5, 6, 7 days from now. Just going to reiterate that this is a very, very real threat here for Jamaica. A major hurricane will be making landfall here by 2 p.m. Monday, according to the National Hurricane Center, with winds greater than 110 miles per hour. That's how they define a major hurricane. Likely 140, maybe even 150 mile-an-hour winds as it makes a track over eastern Jamaica, more than likely Kingston, and then it's going to track over Cuba and then the Bahamas by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And then after that, the question mark remains as it's kind of a don't know where it's going to go after that. But according to logs, what I was showing you from, could take a track to similar to Hazel, which would be catastrophic. And that was in 1969 and obliterated Wilmington and the southeastern coast of North Carolina. So there's that possibility. Please be on alert anywhere across the southeastern United States and all the way up into New England, especially coastal Massachusetts, southern New England, and Nova Scotia, Canada. You guys want to keep an eye out there too, as this storm is really a dangerous storm, a dangerous situation down here, and could make his way all the way up into Atlantic Canada eventually. That's all for now. Have a great Friday night and a great weekend, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Eastern Weather Consulting on Facebook. All you have to do is type Eastern Weather Consulting into your search bar on Facebook, and you can find my page on there. EasternWXConsulting.com is the website with the blog and also paid monthly memberships. Looking for new clients and also for individual subscribers, as you will have your own product suite. Thanks a lot for checking in to Eastern Weather. I am meteorologist Mike Griffith. Have a great weekend, everybody. Have a great time.